We're here with Jay from Spectre Ghost Investigating, or
Team Spectre.
Team Spectre. All right. So, a couple questions. What is it that you do exactly?
Team Spectre is a group of people who help historic locations raise money by doing ghost hunts.
All right. What got you into the hobby of hunting ghosts?
Back in 2006, we filmed a documentary called One Night at Prospect Place.
Right.
We were hired to actually do the filming, the directing, the producing, the editing. We did that. But in doing so, we hired a paranormal advisor. And then after we started to get interest in the documentary and we started showing it at film festivals and stuff, we got interested in the whole aspect of ghost hunting. So Dan, myself, and Joe, who was the guy we hired for the documentary, just formed Team Spectre, and then that was back in '06, and we've been doing it ever since.
All right. What are there any common misconceptions about ghost hunting and looking for ghosts in general?
I think the biggest misconceptions are you have religion and you have movies that are basically portrayed ghosts as evil, killing people, this and that. There's actually no, even though some of the TV shows have people getting hurt and this and that stuff's happened, but no one's actually died because of a ghost.
So do you have any personal experiences with them, whether it was on the hunt or without your gear and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we've investigated a lot of different places like you see on TV. We've been to Moundsville, we've been to Waverly Hills, we've been to Mansfield, we've been to Hillview Manor, Prospect Place, all the big ones that you see on all the TV shows we've been to. Yeah, as far as personal experiences, I've seen an actual shadow figure walked up to me probably within 10 feet, leaned in. Myself and Chris, who's also on our team, we both saw it. But it was one of those things where what did you see? What did you see? And you can't lead people when you're dealing with something like that. But basically the shadow came in, leaned in. He only saw the head and the shoulders, whereas I saw the whole body. So it was kind of cool. When I was in Moundsville Penitentiary, I don't know if you've ever swallowed an ice cube.
Nah, I don't think I have.
You may want to try that. But you can feel the cold go all the way down, and then it sits inside of you. I had that happen at Moundsville Penitentiary, which was pretty wild. And on film, you could only see from here to here. My head and my feet were all black on film, and we use the cameras. We have the cameras on and stuff. So it was a pretty wild situation. Footsteps all the time. We were at a place called the Demon House in Pittsburgh, just south of Pittsburgh, and actually heard footsteps run up to us, giggle, and run away. And the stories that was associated with that place is a little girl. Because what Demon House is actually like a haunted schoolhouse here. It's a fun house.
Yeah.
So in the off seasons and stuff like that, they're always moving stuff around. But during season, they got so many reports of, hey, there's a little girl who lost her parents, and those typically those places are 16 or 18 and older.
Yeah.
Because they don't want little kids in them. But this little girl was probably 6 or 8. So we were fortunate enough to go in and experience that. Yeah. So that's just one of the many.
Are ghosts, would you say there's something that you should be afraid of, or?
No, because most of the time ghosts are just here. I mean, the difference between a ghost and a spirit is a ghost is someone who has not crossed over.
Yeah.
A spirit is someone who has and came back. A lot of that blows a lot of people away, but that's what that's one of the theories. And basically, ghost hunting is always theories. It's just built on theories because you can't really prove it.
Yeah. Last question. Do you have any advice you'd give to someone who's just starting out ghost hunting and wants to try doing it for a hobby or something like that?
The biggest advice I can tell you is don't start at like a Mansfield or a Moundsville Penitentiary. You don't want to start in a place like that because that does have a lot of, I don't want to use the word evil, but a lot of bad, because basically bad in life, bad in death.
Yeah.
Jokester in life, jokester in death. Good person in life, good person in death. So when you go to a penitentiary, there's a whole lot of bad people. So I wouldn't start off with that, but everybody wants to start at Mansfield. Everybody wants to start at Mansfield Reformatory. And I would recommend not doing that. There's some great places around here. Farnham Manor, which is up in Richfield. You have Prospect Place, which is in Dresden. It's only about an hour and a half south.
All right.
So those are nice places where the spirits or ghosts, because you don't really know which one, they're interactive, and they might be a little, jokesters, but they're not, mean or whatever. So
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
no problem.
Good talking
Anything else
to
you guys want to know?
You said earlier ghost hunting is a lot like fishing. Like,
Yeah.
you want to explain that to some of the people who don't really understand?
Yeah, ghost hunting, basically everyone thinks they watch TV and they get ghosts and this and that. What they don't know is that hour segment or that half hour segment actually is edited from 12, 24 hours of footage.
Yeah.
So like when we did our documentary for One Night at Prospect Place, we had close to 14 hours of footage of video. Okay, so we cut it down to 6, and then you cut it down to 3, and then you cut it down to 2, and then we cut it down to an hour and 45, so we could get the 15 minutes of the be-real stuff on the documentary. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff hits the floor. That's when you do a movie or a documentary or whatever, not everything makes it.
Yeah.
Just like we were on Travel Channel with Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
We were actually face to face with them for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And when it finally made it to TV and Travel Channel, and, it was cool. It came probably about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So I have one line in that, and they edited it out of a whole sentence, and it just that's the eerie feel they wanted to to say. So if you check it out, you'd see my one line. But
All right.
but yeah, that's about it. So basically, come back to it. Not every time you'll get something. Like we've been in situations where you're there all night, and you got to enjoy the company, and enjoy what happens. And you bust out the equipment, and sometimes you. If there's anybody up here who would like to communicate with us, just come over here, right on the carpet.
Oh my God.
All right, thank you. Can you please turn it off? Turn it off, and then we can talk. We can communicate. Please turn it off. Step away from the light.
Oh my God.
Come on, you can do it. This might be your first time.
Oh my God.
Okay, just turn it off, and then I can ask you a question. Step away from the light. If you back off, it'll turn off. Basically, the theory is the energy from the spirits making the light go on.
That's sick.
So all you do is back up. We can have a conversation. All you have to do is turn it off. Step away, and then I'll ask you some questions. Okay, let it go. Keep going. You're good. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh my God.
You can do it. Let it go. Let it go, and then I'll ask you a question. All right, so we'll consider this you're off. Okay? Are you from Barberton? Make it bright if you're from Barberton. Did you grow up here in Barberton? I know you may not have ever done this before. I'm just trying to help you. If you go close to it, the light gets brighter. If you go away from it, it gets dimmer. Okay? Do you understand? Make it bright. If you don't understand, turn it off. One more time. If you understand what I'm saying, make it bright. Okay, you've never done this before, so maybe we'll consider that bright. I need you to step away and turn it off. The flashlight needs to be turned off. Okay, you're almost there. Let it turn it off. You're getting it. Okay,
Oh my God.
okay. Let it go. Let it go.